What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Total Warhammer video for you guys today. And today, guys, we are playing as the Green Tide, the Orcs, and we are going up against the Sacred Defenders, the Lizardmen. So, guys, we are the Orcs, and we went into this match expecting a very heavy infantry-based army from our opponent, and we kind of got the opposite of that. So, front line, we've got two groups of the Night Goblin Fanatics. These guys are up here killing themselves with their own ranged weapon. You can see slight miscast on my part. They're about to get cleaved through the back here. Look at that damage just from our own little dudes. That was a bit of a mistake. And up in the skies, you can see we've got the Doom Diver Catapult firing in. So, as for the rest of my army, we have three groups of the Night Goblins, two up here in Vanguard deployed, one in front of the Doom Diver Catapult just to provide a bit of protection and a bit of a buffer. We've got two groups of the Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Like I said, this army was comprised of an anti-infantry sort of build. We do have some anti-large mechanics in here, but majority of this build was anti-infantry. As well as that, on our front line, we've got two Colossal Squigs, both anti-infantry, very fast attacks, armor piercing, they're really good. We also have a Super Squig, which is pretty much an explosive squig. So this guy will just jump in there and explode. As for the rest of our forces, we've got two groups of the Bone Clubber Tribe Savage Orcs, and then three groups of the Savage Orc Biggins. These guys are anti-large damage dealers. They've got no armor, but they do have the war paint. We also have an Orc Shaman with Fist of Gork, and just the other really good spells. Brainbuster, here we go, and that is pretty much it, yeah. I think that's it, Brainbuster, yeah, and Gaze of Mork. Gaze of Mork is the other one. We also have Skarsnik leading this army, little dude, anti-large, melee expert, poison attacks. I thought he'd be good for large dinos, and you can see my opponent does have Crockgar, so that is going to be quite a fight. And then, like I said, the Doom Diver Catapult over here. And that is pretty much our forces. As for my opponent, you can see he's anything but an infantry build. Dinosaurs everywhere. Two groups of Salamander hunting packs. He's got a Feral Bastillodon and a front line of just red-crested skinks. These guys are going to be the chaff. He's got another Feral Stegodon, a Stegodon with the artillery piece. He's got a Bastillodon with the Ark of Sotek. Another Ark of Sotek. These guys are really good in the SFO mod, which is what we are playing on. So he's got three Bastillodons with the Ark of Sotek in his army, which is a crazy amount of them. Really good at dealing area of effect attacks. He's also got a Skink Priest of the Heavens on an Ancient Stegodon, as well as Crockgar on his Carnosaur. So guys, without further ado, let's get this battle underway. And you can already see the Salamanders are tearing up our Bone Clubber Tribe Savage Orcs. At this stage, we send in all our anti-large sort of capabilities, which isn't really much of them. We've got the Bone Clubbers, we've got the Savage Orc Biggins, Skarsnik himself as well is coming in. We do pop Get Back here to give them the extra melee defense and the leadership, and a huge shot coming in from that Stegodon into our Savage Orc Biggins. So you can currently see here up on the flanks, we've got the Orc Boy Biggins coming around, trying to flank on these Salamander hunting packs. The Doom Diver Catapults coming in and targeting these red-crested skinks. But you can see Skarsnik is taking a lot of damage from these red-crested skinks, which is really not what we want to see, because we want to save Skarsnik for all these large dinos. Orc Shaman's in here, we do pull him back as well, and I'm pretty sure we pop a Brainbuster over here through the skinks. I think it was actually just here that we popped it. And you can see our cavalry, here we go, Foot of Gork coming down on the Salamander hunting pack, which was actually pretty good. We did a hefty amount of damage on them, and already the Boom Squig got taken out by the Salamander hunting pack, unfortunately, and Skarsnik is going down so fast to these red-crested skinks. I was not expecting them to take him out so fast, but here goes the War, Trixie Traps, Spider the Bad Moon. We pop all of these to try and keep Skarsnik in the fight for a little bit longer, because he is literally about to get out of there. We weren't really paying too much attention to where Skarsnik was, we just saw that his health was dropping. So we were like, alright, we need to just pop all these buffs that we've got for him. And the red-crested skinks have managed to take him out all by themselves. Crockgar over here is taking on the Orc Boy Biggins, and he's absolutely decimating them. Crockgar has the anti-large capabilities, so they're not going to put up a fight. But the Savage Orc Biggins down here have managed to take out the Stegodon pretty successfully. This one over here is slowly going down. We do have the Colossal Squigs as well, taking on the Skink Priest of the Heavens, and these guys are actually pretty good. In hindsight, I should have probably spent the money on getting the Giants, because they would have worked a lot better than the Colossal Squigs. Orc Shaman's back here. We're trying to get him away from the fight, and look at that. Just like that, our Lord dies, and I'm pretty sure that was a snipe shot from Kroka. From, what's his spell? I can't remember what it's called. Where is it? Come here, Kroka. I hate it when this happens. Here we go. From, yeah, Hand of Gods. That was a huge snipe that manages to kill Skarsnik. You can see the balance of power is still in our favor, and I mainly think that's because most of his troops are routing off. He's only really got the big dinos left, so a couple of Bastillodons with the Ark of Sotek, Kroka. We've still got our Colossal Squigs. We've got the Savage Orc Biggins. We've got some of the Bone Clubber tribes. A lot of our forces are routing off, but they do tend to come back as they normally do with the Orcs. At this stage, we're just trying to chase everything off, but Kroka coming in here with a huge charge on these Savage Orc Biggins, and they aren't going to do too good against him. At this stage, we do switch the Doom Diver Catapult over to target Kroka, because we're like, we need to shut him down. If we can shut him down, we'll have more of a chance of winning this. And you can see that Kroka is going to go toe-to-toe with this Colossal Squig. And it's not going to be good news for the Colossal Squig. He is copping a couple of hits from the Doom Diver Catapult, though. You see there, and the Colossal Squig did cop a swipe from Kroka, and he's taking a munch out of him. This dude's just taking flying lessons. But he does call him back up. The Bastillodons are coming in, and the rest of our forces are pretty much routed off, because a lot of these dinos do cause terror. And Greenskins aren't really known for their leadership values. But back over here, we've got a couple of the Savage Orc Boy Biggins. They're going to charge in. They're going to try and take out this Bastillodon. We still have the Doom Diver Catapult firing in. However, there is a Ark of Sotek Bastillodon back here, and we are trying to shut that down with our other Colossal Squig. And a nice big cast from the Gaze of Mork coming on this guy. I think it did hit a little bit of friendly fire, but we just won't talk about that. So you can see the rest of the Lizardmen forces are coming back as well. We did manage to rout them off. And just like that, these Orc Boy Biggins just shattered straight from the side of seeing the Red-Crested Skinks. Balance of power is still about halfway in our favor, and these big boys, we're going to just try and shut down the Salamander hunting packs. The Red-Crested Skinks, you can see we do separate a group here. Kroka and the Bastillodon, I do believe we're off chasing a Colossal Squig over that way. Kroka has come down here, and he's trying to provide a bit of assistance to the Bastillodon with the Ark of Sotek. We do lose our Orc Shaman over here as well, unfortunately. But the Colossal Squig is trying to chase off the Bastillodon, the Ark of Sotek. You can see the balance of power is failing us. Doom Diver Catapult is still firing, however, even though there is a gigantic Stegodon on top of them. Colossal Squig is doing his roly-polies on the Bastillodon, and it's at this stage I think we decide to move him off, try and get the Doom Diver Catapult back online, because at the moment I think that's the only thing keeping us alive. And yeah, we've got a couple of Night Goblin Fanatics coming back. A lot of our Savage Orc Biggins did get routed off the battlefield. You can see the Ark of Sotek laying down those slippery snakes, doing a lot of damage to us, and Kroka is still standing here pretty much undefeated. He's pretty much going to go shut down our Colossal Squig, as that is pretty much what's holding us in this fight. The Colossal Squig, we've got two groups of Night Goblin Fanatics and the Orc Biggins. But they're about to get routed off. The Colossal Squig's coming in to fight the Feral Stegodon, and Kroka is not going to have any of that. He's going to come in here, and he's going to... Who's he chasing? He's chasing our Night Goblins. But there is a Monster Mash going on down here with the Feral Stegodon and the Colossal Squig. Colossal Squig's kind of just taking chunks out of the butthole. Each to their own, I guess. But we do have the Night Goblin Fanatics coming in. They aren't really going to do too much against this big beefy boy, because he is armored, but there is another Feral Bastillodon. We've got the Doom Diver Catapult coming back in with all their little pitchforks. And yeah, the Colossal Squig got pinned in between a bunch of Night Goblin Fanatics and the Feral Stegodon. Not a good time for him. The Salamander hunting pack is back online as well. Red-Crested Skins coming in. Things are looking very dire for us indeed. I don't know where Kroka went off to. Where did he go off to? He's over here somewhere. I don't know what he was doing over there, chasing off our Biggins, I guess, because they were probably the biggest threat to him since they do have the anti-large. But at this stage, everything else is pretty much just routing off. The Salamanders coming in, firing in their volleys of fire and tearing up the rest of our Night Goblins. The Doom Diver Catapult just went flying as well. And we do switch the Colossal Squig over to fight these guys, but there's nothing really left of our army, unfortunately. And I feel like that skull in the background is very fitting of what's to come, because nothing is going to be left but bones of our army. And just like that, guys, we do lose the match. So fair play to my opponent. We I feel like the Colossal Squigs did kind of good. They held their own against the Dinos. We should have gone for maybe the Giants instead. Doom Diver Catapult did pretty good as well. These guys, they were just really trying to go up against the Red-Crested Skinks, which I think they would have done well against. But we didn't really build for a anti-large. We kind of thought, well, my opponent did do a Dino build last time, so maybe he's gone for like a pure infantry build sort of thing, which is why we went for that, but apparently not. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more. But other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next one.